Alex here. Happy New Year to all of you guys. I hope all of you are doing well. I know it has been a while since I was sick, but I'm back now. Today we are going over DCAU Superman vs Thragg to see if Superman can stop the strongest Viltrumite or he'll fall to him and watch the Earth being taken over. So without wasting anyone's time, let's just get right into it. We're gonna start off with Thragg, the strongest Viltrumite, and to understand how strong he is, we need to go over the weaker Viltrumites who he scales above. Take Omni-Man for example, who in the start of the show accomplished two feats, one being destroying the surface of planet Flaxen, and second he stated that he stopped a meteor the size of Texas. The planet Flaxen feat being multi-continental and the meteor feat being moon level, which upscales Thragg, but we can go even further as Omni-Man also scales above the laser which destroyed the solar disk. Now before anyone brings the death battle calculation, I just want to point out that they didn't actually prove why the size of the solar disk will be as big as the sun, as even a moon-sized disk can do the exact same thing. So to not make a biased conclusion, the calculation I will be presenting takes the disk size as same as the planet Earth, rather than a star or a moon, which comes around in the moon level. Omni-Man also scales above the beings who consumed planets and even above Omnipotus who can warp worlds and also is stated to have destroyed a whole star system. But that is done by a chain reaction which really doesn't scale to his attack potency, but there are statements that gets him to planet level, to which take it as however you want. For me, these are just more planet level scaling. Now moving on to the biggest feat in all of Invincible, Omni-Man was one of the three Viltrumites who went through the planet Viltrum. But before I go over the planet, please note that the old calculation from my old videos has been changed. Planet Viltrum, according to the new calculation, is at least 14 times bigger than our Earth due to its ring, and at the very least, it's as dense as a star. Since Space Razor's laser can actually destroy such stars, Planet Viltrum's destruction required Space Razor's guns to unstable the core of the planet and three Viltrumites going through the planet, which is calculated to be around large planet level as the power is divided by 3. Now all of this was just Omni-Man, and the same Omni-Man can barely do anything against Thragg, meaning at the very least Thragg should be 10 times more powerful than Omni-Man, who is large planet level. For speed, we know that Kirk's lightning travels at about 60,000 miles per second. When converted to miles per hour, that comes to about 216 million miles per hour, which is about 32% the speed of light. This places Kirk's lightning at relativistic speeds. El Chupacabra has dodged Kirk's lightning, who Mark scales above and at the very least should be twice as fast if not more. Thragg will just upscale from this, placing his speed at faster than light. And unfortunately, this is where Thragg's scaling ends. But is Superman strong enough to defeat Thragg, or he's gonna fall and see the Earth get taken over? Now, moving on to the DCAU Superman, we first have to go over his Justice League, as he's consistently stated to be the strongest member of his Justice League. Starting off with the Green Lantern, John Stewart, who stated that the combined power of the remaining Green Lanterns can destroy half of the Earth.
What's the plan?
We're gonna use every bit of power we have left in our rings. Take one last shot at the android.
A blast like that could destroy half the planet.
Half a planet's better than none.
Now there are two ways to look at this. Number one, he means destroying half of the planet in general. And number two, only half of the Earth's surface. I personally think it's the surface, because for one, Hal later states that it's better to have half of the planet than nothing, which makes sense. If half of the Earth's surface is destroyed, the other half can still live and advance. But if we take the half of the planet in general, then that planet is as good as dead due to the gravity. So I believe it's the surface of the planet which makes each Green Lantern multi-continental. And these multi-continental Green Lanterns are being tossed around by Hawker. She also herself redirects a beam that can destroy a planet.
Its power can decimate a planet. And that's exactly what I would have done to Dragas if he hadn't cooperated. I can do the same to your world.
You're too late. Krypton's already gone.
No matter. Any planet will do. Even Dragas.
You can't.
And this same Hawk Girl thinks that they can only hope to survive against Wonder Woman, and later she says it again that they are being creamed, which is basically saying getting tossed around.
Anybody got a plan?
Yeah, try to stay alive. We're getting creamed here.
Meaning this same planetary Hawk Girl has absolutely no hope of winning against Wonder Woman. The same Wonder Woman who got defeated by Mongol with ease, and guess what? Superman beat the crap out of him, meaning this will make Superman baseline planetary if not stronger. And do note that this is a holding back Superman, as this same Superman trashed base Darkseid, who later gets stronger and still gets beaten up by a full power Superman. Now before I go to Speed, I wanna clear some misconceptions that people use to upscale Superman. Number 1. 1,000 Green Lanterns can hold up the exploding sun. There is this statement where Limelight wants to make a construct around the exploding sun, to which Starboy responds by telling her that it will take about 1,000 Green Lanterns to do that.
A construct. Something to hold it together.
It'd take 1,000 lanterns, and it can't be pushed back together. It has to be pulled, held together.
What are you saying?
Many people take this at face value to say that 1,000 Green Lanterns can actually hold back the sun's explosion. However, this is a misunderstanding, as Starboy was only referring to the effort needed to create the construct itself, not to stop the explosion. He later clarifies that the sun also needs to be held and pulled, making it clear that even 1,000 lanterns wouldn't be able to stop the sun from exploding. The misconception number 2 is that Darkseid scales above everything in the universe because Metron says so.
You'd be surprised what I can comprehend. For instance, if you know so much about Darkseid, I'll wager you know how to beat him.
There is one possibility. One thing in all the universe that might... But no. The risk.
I know a little something about risk myself. Care for an object lesson?
Very well.
This is another false statement because Metron never specified that it can kill or defeat Darkseid, and on top of that it's made clear that Darkseid was only slightly stronger than his base version and still got beaten up by Superman. The misconception number 3 is that Darkseid one-shotted Superman, which is a huge no because for one he literally explains what he hit Superman with.
It's called the agony matrix. Direct neural stimulation of pain receptors. All of them. Imagine the worst pain you've ever felt in your life, times 1,000. Now imagine that pain continuing forever.
And if anything, this kinda upscales serious Superman because the pain Superman is enduring is amped by 1,000 times. For context, think of it like this. You tanked a punch. Now amplify the force of that punch by 1,000 times. That's what Superman is enduring here, meaning Superman is easily in the large planetary range. Now moving on to speed, Superman is as fast, if not faster than Wonder Woman, who can easily react to light speed attacks, making her faster than light, and therefore Superman as well. So after both of the characters' strength has been laid out, who will come on top? I think it's pretty safe to assume that Thragg is comfortably both stronger and faster than Superman. But before I make the conclusion, I just want to add this meta for Superman which kinda upscales him. I previously mentioned that Superman was enduring an attack that amplifies the set pain 1,000 times over. For context, Darkseid used the agony matrix, which amplifies pain by targeting every pain receptor in Superman's body and increasing the sensation 1,000 times over. Now pain isn't the same thing as raw energy, but pain is still a response to damage. Superman remaining functional under this effect means his body is enduring the stress that produces that pain. At minimum, this massively upscales his endurance, and at the high end would land him in the large planetary level, even above Thragg. I'm mentioning this because you can use it however you want. For me personally, this just kinda upscales Superman durability. But in conclusion, Thragg absolutely destroys Superman.